Hello all you film freaks and movie maniacs out there. My name is Nolan Carr and I'd like to welcome you to the go-to podcast for all things cinema. But before you can ask any questions, just sit back, relax, as I present to you a Straw Lane Studio Productions Critiquing with Carr. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting edition of the show here on Critiquing with Carr for Favorite Film Friday. As always, if you've enjoyed episodes such as this one, do us a favor by subscribing on YouTube, follow us on the audio platforms, clicking a thumbs up or like button so you can tell us you enjoy these episodes, turning on post notifications so you can stay up to date when episodes release on those platforms, as well as clicking at share arrow so you can help continue the podcast with all your friends and family. Also, if you want other ways of staying up to date with the show, do us a favor by following us on Instagram at Critiquing with Carr. I say all that because on this week's very milestone episode of the show, episode 90, that's right, 90, we were talking about the classic animated Pixar film, Toy Story 3. And with that being said, let's begin. This film was directed and co-written by Lee Unkrich. The screenwriter for this film was Michael Arndt. The other co-story writers were John Lasseter and Andrew Stanton. This film was produced by Darla K. Anderson. The cast for this glorious film is as follows: Tom Hanks, Tim Allen, Joan Cusack, Don Rickles, Wallace Shawn, John Ratzenberger, Estelle Harris, Ned Beatty, Michael Keaton, Jodie Benson, and John Morris. The co-cinematographers for this film were Jeremy Lasky and Kim White. The musical score for this film was done by the maestro himself, Randy Newman. The production company for this film was Pixar Animation Studios. The distribution company for this film was Walt Disney Studios. This film was released on June 12th of 2010 at the Taormina Film Fest and on June 18th of 2010 in the United States nationally as well. The runtime for this film was 103 minutes. The budget was $200 million. And finally, the box office grand total for this film was a whopping $1.067 billion US dollars. The accolades for Toy Story 3 are as follows. At the Academy Awards, Randy Newman won Best Song for We Belong Together, and the film also won for Best Animated Feature. At the Golden Globe Awards, the movie won for Best Animated Feature Film. At the BAFTA Awards, the movie won for Best Animated Film. At the San Francisco Film Critics Circle Awards, the movie won for Best Animated Film. At the Satellite Awards, the movie won for Best Motion Picture, Animated or Mixed Media. At the Producers Guild of America Awards, the movie won for Best Animated Film. At the National Board of Review Awards, the movie won for Best Animated Feature Film. At the Los Angeles Film Critics Awards, the movie won for Best Animated Film. At the Critics' Choice Awards, the movie won for Best Animated Film. At the Boston Society Film Critics Awards, the movie won for Best Animated Film. And finally, at the Saturn Awards, the movie also won for Best Animated Film as well. And now it comes time for one of my two favorite parts, is when I list off the top 10 highest grossing films for our year's release, being 2010's Toy Story. Coming 10th place at the bottom of this list was How to Train Your Dragon. It was distributed by Paramount Pictures. Its worldwide gross was $494.9 million. It stars Jay Baruchel, Gerard Butler, and Craig Ferguson. Coming 9th place on this list was Despicable Me. It was distributed by Universal Pictures. Its worldwide gross was $543.2 million. It stars Steve Carell, Jason Segel, and Russell Brand. Coming 8th place on this list was Tangled. It was distributed by Walt Disney Studios. Its worldwide gross was $592.5 million. It stars Mandy Moore, Zachary Levi, and Donna Murphy. Coming 7th place on this list was Iron Man 2. It was distributed by Paramount Pictures. Its worldwide gross was $623.9 million. It stars Robert Downey Jr., Gwyneth Paltrow, and Don Cheadle. Coming in 6th place on this list was The Twilight Saga: Eclipse. It was distributed by Summit Entertainment. Its worldwide gross was $698.4 million. It stars Kristen Stewart, Robert Pattinson, and Taylor Lautner. Coming in 5th place on this list was Shrek Forever After. It was distributed by Paramount Pictures. Its worldwide gross was $756.2 million. It stars Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy, and Cameron Diaz. Coming in 4th place on this list was Inception. It was distributed by Warner Bros. Pictures. Its worldwide gross was $839 million. It stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Ken Watanabe, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Coming in 3rd place on this list with the bronze medal was Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. It was distributed by Warner Bros. Pictures. Its worldwide gross was $960.9 million. It stars Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert Grint, and Emma Watson. Coming 2nd place on this list with the silver medal was Alice in Wonderland. It was distributed by Walt Disney Studios. Its worldwide gross was $1.025 billion. It stars Johnny Depp, Anne Hathaway, and Helena Bonham Carter. And finally, coming in number 1 with the gold medal as the highest grossing film for 2010 was Toy Story 3. It was distributed by Walt Disney Studios. Its worldwide gross was $1.067 billion. It stars Tom Hanks, Tim Allen, and Joan Cusack. And now for the moment we've all been waiting for, my review of 2010's Toy Story. When the iconic Toy Story franchise first premiered in 1995, no one could have predicted that it would go on to become one of the most beloved and groundbreaking animated series in film history. The films expertly blend humor, emotion, and universal themes into stories that resonate with both children and adults alike. Toy Story 3, released in 2010, stands as a perfect conclusion of the trilogy, delivering a fitting send-off to a beloved group of characters and a powerful exploration of growing up, letting go, and moving on. From the very first moments, Toy Story 3 draws the audience back into the colorful world of Andy's toys. The animation upgrades in Toy Story 3 are immediately apparent. Compared to the earlier films, the visuals here are sleek, polished, and breathtakingly detailed. The textures colors, lighting, and fluidity of movement are top-notch, elevating the entire viewing experience. It's a testament to Pixar's technological advancements over the years and their commitment to pushing the boundaries of animation. At the heart of Toy Story 3 is the theme of growing up. Andy, the once child owner of these animated toys, is now preparing for college. With the transition comes a realization that he no longer has time for his old companions. This theme resonates deeply as we watch Andy's toys, particularly Woody, Buzz, and the Potato Heads, grapple with the heart-wrenching notion that they are no longer needed. Their plight reflects the universal experience, the inevitability of change and the loss of childhood innocence. This melancholic shift in tone is handled with great care, offering a poignant reminder of the bittersweet nature of growing up. The plot takes a dramatic turn when the toys end up at Sunnyside Daycare, a seemingly utopian place where toys are welcomed with open arms. Lotso, the leader of Sunnyside, initially makes it seem like a paradise for discarded toys. However, as the story unfolds, we learn that Sunnyside is not what it seems, and Lotso's true intentions are revealed. The twist surrounding Lotso's villainy is one of the most effective in the film, with the character being portrayed as a charismatic yet deeply damaged figure. The film is filled with moments of suspense, particularly when Woody and his gang attempt to escape from Sunnyside, only to be thwarted time and again by Lotso and his henchmen. One of the most powerful sequences in the film involves Woody, Buzz, and their friends being thrown into a trash heap, and as the toys inch closer to the incinerator, the fear of imminent death is palpable. The emotional climax of the sequence, where the toys hold hands and prepare for what they believe will be their final moments, is harrowing and intense. It's an expertly crafted moment that captures the vulnerability and selflessness of these characters, making one of the most impactful scenes in the entire Toy Story franchise. However, not everything in Toy Story 3 is without its flaws. While the film is emotionally resonant and filled with heart, there are moments where the narrative drags or feels a bit forced. For instance, the subplot of Andy arguing with Bonnie over Woody in a scene where he behaves somewhat immaturely felt out of place and awkward, particularly given the film's otherwise mature themes. Despite these minor missteps, Toy Story 3 remains a nearly flawless film. The final scenes in which Andy bids farewell to his toys and passes them on to Bonnie are both heart-wrenching and triumphant. The "so long, partner" line, delivered by Woody as he watches Andy drive away, is a culmination of everything the film stands for, letting go of the past and embracing a new future. While Toy Story 3 may have been positioned as the final chapter in the saga, its perfect blend of drama, suspense, comedy, and action leaves a lasting legacy. The film does what few sequels are able to do. It concludes a beloved story with grace and emotional depth while still honoring its roots. In conclusion, Toy Story 3 is a brilliant film that combines heart, humor, and a deep emotional resonance. With its stunning animation, exceptional performances, and powerful themes, it serves as one of Pixar's finest achievements and a textbook example of how to end a movie series on a high note. With that being said, I'm both immensely proud and gratified to give this film a great score of 9 out of 10 on the Diamond Dave scale. And with that being said, my film freaks and cinephiles, as always, if you've enjoyed this week's edition of the show, episode 90, a milestone episode 90, do us a favor by subscribing on YouTube, following us on the audio platforms, clicking a thumbs up or like button so you can tell us you enjoy these episodes, turning on post notifications so you can stay up to date when episodes like this release, so let's click that share out so you can help continue the podcast with your friends and family. Also, if you want other ways of staying up to date with the show, do us a favor by following us on Instagram at Critiquing with Carr. And with that being said, my film freaks and cinephiles, as always, take care and happy viewing.